And watch this trend over the next 3 months. I think the next 3 months are going to be very, very telling for us.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
I found a couple articles, and one of them, I've been holding on to this one because we haven't been able to get to it the last couple weeks, and I wanted to talk about this. Eli Siegel wrote this in the RJ, and the headline of this article is Las Vegas housing market shows signs it's tapping the brakes. Resale totals have fallen in the past 2 months. The available inventory has climbed for 3 straight months. House prices keep setting all-time highs. But we're seeing the market is, the inventory in the market is no longer falling. It's not going down. It's at least leveled off, and it's maybe creeping up a tiny bit. That's a change in our market that we hadn't seen in about 8 months. Right. Out-of-state buyers, especially Californians, have been purchasing more homes than usual in the less expensive Las Vegas, and in no part because people have been working from home during the pandemic and without a need for a commute. So here's what's happening in my mind, John, and part of this is in the article, but here's what's happeing in my mind. The pandemic is coming to an end.
Terry comes in, by the way.
I know. The pandemic is coming to an end. And so a lot of the impact of the pandemic is going to also come to an end. And,
yes.
And I think what happening now is people are able to spend money on things other than houses and cars. Houses and cars have been crazy during the pandemic. Both housing and automobiles, sales are just go through. In housing, we say there's been a big reshuffling of the deck. And the reason we say that is because people are spending a lot of time at home, and sometimes they just don't like where that is. It's either too big, it's too small, it's too close to this or too far from that. Whatever it is, they're making the moves because they can do it. And because they have time on their hands.
Right.
And so they did that. Well, that's all going away now. Now they can spend money on vacations again. They can spend money to go out to dinner 3 or 4 times a week or whatever that is. They can spend money on all these other things. So now they're just going to get back into a more normal cycle of spending as opposed to looking at the big ticket items like they were during the pandemic.
Okay.
I think we're going to see that impact happen over the next several months. I still think Vegas is a hot market. We're a desirable market. We've still got a lot of influx from California. It was such a strong seller's market. Sellers had every piece of leverage they could even imagine right now, up until but now what we've seen is there's not quite as many offers on every property. I've seen that, and there's not quite as many buyers out there as there was 3 months ago. There's not quite as many. Now, should there be? Yes, because we are going into a season. But the seasons this year and last year are totally screwed. They're screwed up because of COVID. Now, does that mean that it's a buyer's market? No. No. It's still very much a seller's market. No, let's not take away from that thought. But it is something to be mindful of and watch this trend over the next 3 months. I think the next 3 months are going to be very, very telling for us. You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio. We'll meet you on the radio next Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on the new 101.5 FM, 720 a.m. KDWN, the Talk of Las Vegas.